Everyone, hope everyone's having a wonderful day. I'm moving some hay out of the hay fields. These have been moved several days ago, but just now getting to it. You know, people, our food supply is really important. One thing about it, communists and socialists loves famine. Do you know why? You control the food, you control the people. It's amazing how people are brainwashed in this country. You know, whether you're liberal, conservative, Christian, or sinner, we all have to eat. And I'm just gonna stack this hay along the edge. It's become a little shower of rain. I'm just gonna get it off the field and haul it in later. But you know, it's food for thought. You know, there's 4 packing houses, and they're not even owned in the United States, that control the beef in this country. And we're down in this country the lowest we've been in the beef supply since 1950s. You know, right now, in reality, we cannot sustain this. And that's why it's so important that we protect family farms and ranches from the big corporations that want to take over, the big Fortune 500s they call them. That's why they wanted all the illegal labor, to get cheap labor. You know, think about it. Those folks in Chicago, where all the illegals was getting all the benefits, and the poor people was losing their housing and food stamps for the illegals, when families with children needed those benefits and were being cut off. You know, we're in really bad trouble in this country, people, and you know, you can only preach so much and talk so much, and the people's got to stand up and come together and raise such a ruckus that our politicians listen. Now, if they won't, we vote them out. You know, I've heard a lot of people, and a lot of guys on YouTube are talking about, you know, your vote ain't important. It's just two sides of the same coin. Well, that may be true, but we cannot give up our right to vote because we think it don't matter, because it does matter. We proved that in 2024 when we put President Trump back in that White House to try to stop the globalist takeover of this country. So the fight is not over, people. If you believe in protecting your food safety, then I suggest that you get on the horn and you call your local Congress and senators and your local state and representatives and do something to support family farms and ranches, because we're aging out, and the young people are not wanting to take over the farms and ranches. Do you want the government to control your food? Or do you want a sustainable food for your children and grandchildren? I hope this finds everybody well. I may try to come back on this while and do a little more. I don't know, but let's get this hay moved out of this field. God bless everybody, and I'll catch you a little later. Hello, I'm back. I got all the hay moved and brought 2 bales back up to the barn. Got a pretty good little shower, but it turned right back up and heated back up in the upper 90s. I could have probably hauled it on in, but I decided just to stack it up over and haul it later and get it off the field anyway, to get ready to spread manure tomorrow. What I'm want to finish on what I was saying while I was moving. Hey, Pete Heathcliff and Secretary Rollins come out the other day and was talking about that our food now was national security. Uh, you know, we, like I said, where you're liberal or uh, conservative, Republican, Democrat, Libertarian, whatever, you have to eat, and we have to protect our food supply. Uh, I don't know where Congress's heads at, and all these people, they're bought off by these Fortune 500 companies, and the New World screwworm is now 300 and some miles from the border, and and like I said, the cattle supplies are so low in this country, and we're in a dangerous time in this country, and people don't realize it. We've got to pull together, and one thing, a big thing, we need to get down and pray that God will step in and put us back on the right path. But anyway, I just wanted to come back on and let you know that they did come out and said our food, supply was a national security risk, and what's going on with really around the world. But anyway, pray for our small family farms and ranches that we survive and hand it down to the next generation. Hopefully, there's somebody there to take it over. But anyway, good Lord willing, I'll see you next time, and God bless each and every one of you. And thanks for your new subscribers. God bless each and every one of you.